Aloha once again, international friends, shifters from all across the globe, all across the universe, all across the dream. This is Brendan, and you're about to watch another very fun, very exciting, very inspirational video that we do here on Monday mornings live through Facebook. This is a live team tarot card draw, and so since it is live, we're just going to give a couple minutes as people get started to join, and in the meantime, I'm just going to charge the deck, and I'll give you guys a quick introduction as to what it is that we are doing here, because we always have new people tuning in, and a big part of that is thanks to you guys sharing this video. So if you've tuned in before and you're just like, yeah, you know, I like this stuff, like this is where the magic happens, then absolutely one of the big ways that you can help is simply by sharing this video with your friends. And yeah, generally we do this live through Facebook first, and then we post it up on YouTube afterwards. But nonetheless, please feel free to leave your comments as to what these readings mean to you. You know, leave a little feedback, even just dropping comments as people join. Where are you guys tuning in from? You know, that is a amazing thing for not only myself to be aware of, but for also other people to be aware of, and of course use this as an opportunity to be able to sync up with other shifters from across the globe. So again, as we are doing this, I'm charging the deck right now. We are using the Ananda Tarot deck, and part of the idea behind this, the bigger picture, for those of you who are, you know, still getting introduced to all this, ParadigmShiftCentral.com is a real-world interactive game to be able to help assist with the shift in consciousness. Its focus, its objectives is about building a global team of shifters, people who are intentionally helping assist with the shift, while also focusing on creating conscious media, documenting the shift, and being able to help create physical paradigm shift communities. And physical paradigm shift communities are about open-minded discussion and building the tribe and meditation, and yeah, putting out those good vibes to be able to help others find you where you are, so that you can continue to level up within the game. So part of the idea behind doing the team tarot card draws is the magic that simply by creating this container, simply by creating this space, we are inviting the universe to be able to give a message, to provide some sort of insight, some sort of additional perspective that will be able to help assist us on our journey within the specific context of the Paradigm Shift Central project. So as we read this, I'm going to be relating it back to the Paradigm Shift Central project, giving you guys some inspiration and giving us like a little bit of a, you know, a forecast for the week, if you think about it. So that's part of the reason why we do this on Mondays. And for those of you who are looking to tune in live, generally we do it on Monday mornings at around 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, and yeah, as we go through this, I'll talk a little bit more about stuff, but we'll get right into the tarot card deck draw. And as we do this, yeah, just simple reminders. Tune in for more broadcasts. Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, we got Paradigm Shift News, and Thursdays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have Paradigm Shift Roundtable. So check out the last Roundtable if you didn't yet. If it's already on from last week on my YouTube channel, and for those of you on Facebook, be sure to subscribe. Click that bell icon at youtube.com/Skull Babylon. So let's do this. Let's do this tarot card draw, and doing these is always exciting for me too, and it's good, and this is all just practice, right? This is all just practice, so it's a chance for me to be able to, yeah, just like be able to relay information, to be a conduit for source consciousness, and to be able to get some insight out of this as well. So let's go, team. Let's put out the intention to show us what we need to see. Let's keep it nice and simple. And if you hear any dog noises, that's because you're hearing dog noises, and my dog Dallin's just sitting on the floor over there. So hi, Dallin. So sweet. Okay. Thank you again, everyone. And again, just share this broadcast as we get going with it. So we'll do the tarot card reading, and then from there we will do a little bit of a micro meditation, and then we'll wrap it up, and then we'll get on our ways and go kick some butt. So, all right. So as we do this, this is like how I split the deck. Actually, I'm just going to charge it just a little bit more. Never know. Never hurts to charge it a little bit more. And again, the way how this works is that through like the synchronistic aspects of this moment, the universe has the ability to kind of align with that quantum reality where we happen to get the right card for this right moment. So, all right. So again, show us what we need to see. So you guys can kind of like meditate with me, put out any intentions, and inviting you to receive any guidance, any insight, all the inspiration that you're ready to receive in this moment from this card draw. So, oh great universe, show us what we need to see. Bloop. All Alright, so today's card is... Da-na-na-na. Oh, gotta love them major arcanas. This is the Wheel of Fortune. So there we go. Let's get right into this. So I'm gonna pull this up and we will do a little bit of reading from the book as well as talking a little bit about what this means. And I'm gonna keep an eye on the clock and yeah, let's keep it nice and concise and potent and. Yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Again, much love to you guys. You guys are awesome. It's a great way to be able to spend the morning to set the intention for the week. So, the Wheel of Fortune. The image. The shadowy shapes of the world form themselves into a zodiac circle around a glowing mandala, which appears as the symbol of cosmic order. Meaning. And you can kind of like close your eyes while you're doing this if you want, just kind of like listen to my voice and, If we have previously created the conditions for making the right decisions for our life, we will now come into contact with the world. The observation of our own life and the evaluation of past experiences based on universal laws lends us a deeper understanding of connections of a higher order. This in turn enables the individual to put together the various aspects of existence as a whole and to see the previously fragmented picture of reality in its relativity. I'm going to read that line again. This in turn enables the individual to put together the various aspects of existence as a whole and to see the previously fragmented picture of reality in relativity. The Wheel of Fortune shows us that certain laws of nature wind throughout the various levels of the entire creation like a thread. I'm just going to read that again, potent stuff here. The Wheel of Fortune shows us that certain laws of nature wind throughout the various levels of the entire creation like a thread. In the Vedas, the spiritual scriptures of old India, Dharma is described as the original law of nature, which builds the foundation for cosmic events and contains all existence. Within the world of duality, happiness and comfort are brought forth by the positive powers of life, are brought forth when the positive powers of life increase. I'm going to read that again. Within the world of duality, happiness and comfort are brought forth when the positive powers of life increase. If negative tendencies take the upper hand, pain and suffering are the result instead. As a solid part of cosmic reality, this doesn't affect just the individual, but the individual also affects the cosmos. However, humans are so highly developed that they enjoy freedom of choice, depending on their level of consciousness. Due to deeper knowledge, man is able to create conditions in which he can consciously influence his own destiny and therefore the cosmos. An old saying says, we create our own luck. Superficially, the term luck may have its own meaning for each person and may be connected to some personal event. If we replace the word luck with the word fulfillment, then it makes sense to see this in the connection with the fulfillment of our life plan. The Wheel of Fortune is about letting go of short-sightedness and thinking in the bigger picture, as well as recognizing and following our calling. Astrological significance: Uranus, Saturn, Capricorn. Key words: chronological course of events, law of karma, grasping higher connections, creation, understanding cosmic order, soul growth, taking destiny into our own hands, making decisions, dharma, astrology. Traditional meaning: luck, destiny, the wheel of time, laws of nature, spiritual sciences, maturation, expanding our horizon, life, experiences, elementary foundation, following our calling. Okay, so let's go a little bit deeper with this. So, the Wheel of Fortune. I think this is a really beautiful card. And again, in terms of paradigm shifty stuff and the project, what are we looking at? What are we seeing here? I think This card, as it explains, and as I'll explain in my own words, is about being able to take your destiny into your own hands through the deeper wisdom that comes with that remembrance of understanding higher universal laws. And so universal laws being things related to relativity, being able to see duality as unity, being able to see the correspondence of vibrations. And so when you can step back and you start to remember and you start to learn about the subtleties that connect this reality, you begin to understand more about how our individual choices are able to influence the creation of our own life. And so rather than just thinking we're just like a ball bouncing around in a pinball machine, instead we realize that we have far more control in the shaping of our own destiny. And so this is where you can get into this whole conversation as to like why we have free will, or whether or not we have free will. And I think the question that the way I choose to look at it isn't whether or not we have free will, but it's why we have free will. And I think we do have free will. I think within a certain context, on some level, we do have free will. And the reason for this free will is so that evolving our consciousness becomes something that requires our will, our free will. It becomes something that requires a choice. It's something that requires an active step of engagement. So there's certain aspects within our consciousness where we will naturally evolve through these different levels, even through the different kingdoms. If you're thinking about it from the bigger perspective, you get into the idea that consciousness will evolve through the different kingdoms, meaning the different, from mineral to plant to animal to human. But in order to go from human to proto-human, from human to like the next step in humanness, it's not going to happen accidentally. It's only going to happen through conscious will. It's going to happen through dedication. It's going to happen through consistency. It's going to happen through studying, through acts of compassion. It's going to happen through actively seeking it and actively pursuing it. And so for me, the Wheel of Fortune is, again, going back and reading some of the sentences here. Within the world of duality, happiness and comfort are brought forth when the positive powers of life increase. So it's about being able to understand how this wheel turns, what the dynamics of it are, what appear to be separate pieces, actually how they interconnect. And so some of these things goes back to the idea of, again, understanding that the vibrations we put out are the vibrations we perceive, are not only the vibrations we perceive, but the vibrations we receive. And so in that sense, this card is really not only encouraging you to take responsibility, but it is reminding you about your responsibility. And to say that, you're not just in some like random, completely, fully chaotic universe. There is aspects of chaos in it, yet we are here to dance through the chaos. We are here to not only ride the waves, but to be the waves. Think about that for a second. We often go through life where we're just like, we're struggling to stay on our surfboard, our metaphysical surfboard, and we're just like, whoa, man, this is hard, this is crazy, and that is one way to look at it. But what happens when you understand that you are those waves? Maybe you can begin to control the cadence of those waves. Maybe you can begin to control your relationship with those waves. And again, this can easily go deeper into the idea of that higher wisdom of being able to understand that everything that comes our way is there to serve us. So it switches from that victim to victor mentality where we are able to move through life with that ambition to be able to step further into our bravery, to be able to step further into our embodiment of who we came here to be. And who we came here to be, as I love saying this, is cosmic badasses, And so what does it mean to be a cosmic badass? Being a cosmic badass means understanding what the Wheel of Fortune represents and being able to see that as a calling to step further into our potential through the choice of actively engaging within this reality through responsibility and taking our fortune into our own hands. One way of thinking about how the universe works is that, we're receiving from the universe, but we're also creating from the universe. So we have branches shooting out of our chest. Those branches are our intentions. Those branches are our actions. And then you got branches kind of coming back at you from your environment. And what we want to be able to do is meet the universe halfway in that sense. You know, we want to be able to remind ourselves that we are that universe still co-creating. So our intentions that we put out are going to meet the intentions coming back at us, and out of that, it begins to weave the bigger story. It begins to connect the pieces at a greater whole. And so within the Paradigm Shift Central project, as all of what I said is still relative, you know, this is again about stepping into deeper aspects of our own self-awareness. It is about being able to see the bigger picture. As it says here, you know, as we kind of go through within our different states of awakening, it may appear that different things are fragmented. It may appear that things are unrelated. Yet when we begin to step back, when we begin to look deeper, when we begin to develop that shift in our paradigm, we begin to see how everything, the lessons in our life, the relationships that we have, the perceptions that we are forming, are all interconnected, are all serving us from different points, and then helping us formulate that bigger picture, are helping us understand why we came here, who we came here to become, and what role we can serve in helping others. So to conclude this, as we just do this, and then we'll go into a little micro meditation, this is really, again, about being able to step into our own destiny and then taking it a step further to be able to think, how can we continue to assist others? How can we bring our fortune into our own hands to be able to create a reality that is going to help others do the same? Like that I feel is like the most badass thing that you can do in this reality, is level yourself up and help others do the same. You know, it's one thing to like level yourself up and then just like go like sit on your cosmic throne and watch the game unfold, but rather to like get back into the game, you know, put yourself in there, get your boots on the ground, get into the heart of Babylon, rebirth it from within. Like that's what this is all about, you know. That is where the transformation takes place. And so as we transform ourselves, we evolve ourselves so that we can continue to help others transform themselves in that sense. So the Wheel of Fortune is a very powerful card. It is reminding you that, you know, as chaotic and as seemingly random as things may be, everything is here to serve us. Everything is moving us forward on our path and moving us further towards that self-actualization, the quest of quests, the knowing of the self, noscite ipsum. It really comes back to that, and the awareness that all is self. So if you can really adapt those axioms, not just as like something that sounds cool, but something that actually becomes a fundamental perception within your reality, the idea that all is self, that is powerful. And that is something that will serve not only you, but it will serve others as well. So look for those little gems of power. Those little gems of power come through ideas, but the ideas are only one part, because it is not just what that idea represents, but it is how you implement that idea into your life. And so remember, like, you know, this is like kind of like within a bigger picture, it's not just what you do, but it's how you do it. And so that can kind of, you know, like segue into maybe next week when we talk a little bit more about the next card and just, again, you know, deeper aspects of how to be able to be in service. So, yes, the Wheel of Fortune. And, yeah, due to the deeper knowledge, man is able to create conditions in which he can consciously influence his own destiny and therefore the cosmos. So again, you know, like we think we're just like, oh, we're just like side effects of the universe. Everything that's outside of us, all of that power, all of that godliness, all of that thing that influences our life is already inside of us. Meaning that as much as we can sit back, like when we're not taking the controller in our hands, the universe automatically starts playing it for us. And it starts making choices for us from that higher perspective. But we can also make choices from the ground level to say like, you know, like now that I think about it, this is what I want to do. And really honor your choices as a choice of the cosmos, you know, as a choice of that beautifully divine intelligence. And so your choices are intelligent, and they become more intelligent when you begin to listen to the intelligence of your own heart, when you begin to listen to the intelligence of your feelings, when you begin to understand that feeling and understanding are a duality of one and the same thing. And so using the wisdom of the Wheel of Fortune, this is about being a master of your destiny and knowing that you have the choice to be. And even when you're sitting back, you know, like it will still happen, but do you want to play the game from like the part of you that's kind of making decisions behind the scene? Or do you want to balance it out by making decisions from here on the ground as well, and then playing both perceptions at the same time? It's not even like, sometimes it's one or the other, but when we're doing both, when we're creating from our heart and branching that out, and we're receiving the branches from the universe, when we're meeting the universe halfway, when we're taking our destiny into our own hands, when we are the master of our own destiny, the master of our own life, willingly, as an active participant, that's powerful. And that's going to help you level up, and it's going to help you step more into who you are. It's going to help you become a better artist. It's going to help you become a better leader. It's going to help you become more aware of yourself. It's going to help you become more compassionate. It's going to help you go out there and do free hugs and create paradigm shift communities and pass on this knowledge to help others continue to step into their own personal empowerment. And that is why we are here. We are here to reclaim the cosmic divinity, the cosmic sovereignty that each of us already have. That is our innate birthright. And so, the Wheel of Fortune, as we spin it, every time we have the choice to choose where we want it to land. And sometimes we don't always want to choose. Sometimes we want that randomness. Sometimes we want that surprise. But at the same time, within our heart, when you really set those intentions, and intentions aren't just like this abstract thing, like they are you, like letting the universe know what you want, and you can kind of pick and choose what you want while working for it, while still being open to understanding that sometimes what you want isn't always what's best. And sometimes there's a balance there. There's another lesson there in terms of like, that cosmic divine idea that, we may have that conscious intention to be like, yeah, this is what I want for my destiny. And that's from our perception. And then the universe from that higher perception will be like, I hear that. That's awesome. I honor your choice in making that. But this is going to be better for you. And then still, when that receives, you're just like, okay, I'm glad you got my back, higher self. Now together, we can work more as a team. So it's about being able to understand that this is the perfect reality. It really is. Like, that is like, I want you to be able to think about that for yourself and allow yourself to really sit with that idea. What does it mean for you to understand deeply that this is the perfect reality, while still understanding that we have the free will and the choice to be able to create it. So as much as it's already perfect from a perception level of things, let's make it more fruitful. Let's make it more exciting. Let's make it more engaging. Let's make it more of an adventure that it already is. And again, inviting others to be a part of that adventure as well. So, yeah, I think did I just talk about that for like 20 minutes, 15 minutes, give or take, I think. Okay, so there we go, guys, the Wheel of Fortune. Leave your comments below in reflection to anything I said. What were some takeaways that you got from what I just said? I love hearing those. Leave me a couple comments down below. What are some takeaways you got from what I just said? And also, what does this card mean to you? Maybe you have your own interpretation of it. Maybe you have your own messages that you're drawing from it. So, yeah, again, taking destiny into your own hands, making decision, grasping higher conscious creation, understanding cosmic order and soul growth. This is about soul growth. At what rate do we want to keep evolving within this game? Do we want to stay at grade 3, or are we ready to graduate to grade 4, grade 5, grade 6? Understanding that as we do, the lessons are going to get harder, the lessons are going to get more intense, the lessons are going to get deeper, but it's going to get more fruitful, it's going to get more exciting, and it's going to give you everything that you're looking for on that deeper soul growth. And so reminding yourself that as you start making these decisions and as you start evolving your consciousness, you are going to start opening yourself up to more pain. You are going to open yourself up to more love. And so it is this full spectrum, and that in itself is what is helping the soul expand. So there's a whole nother thing that I could get into here, and I'll just get into it very briefly, because I think it's worth mentioning. We get into this idea of wanting to wake people up. And we do. We want them to wake up, but we have to honor the fact that, sometimes souls come here not to fully wake up. Because when a soul is not fully awakened, sometimes the level that they're at has a degree of comfort. And inevitably so, as you awaken your consciousness, you're awakening yourself up because you're leveling yourself up. You're going through the grades, you're going through that school, you're opening yourself up to more challenging circumstances. But the only reason you're doing that is because you can handle them, is because you've chosen to be able to accept them. So sometimes souls will choose to stay asleep because there is a degree of comfort. And when you begin to awaken, you awaken yourself to more. You awaken yourself to some things that are going to be uncomfortable, but you learn how to process it. And through that, you receive the medicine that is going to allow you to grow, that is going to allow you to step further on your wheel of destiny, on your wheel of fortune, and it's going to help you grow. So awakening your consciousness is something that takes bravery. It's something that takes courage, and I really, really honor that. And I think it's important to not beat around the bush in that, is that if you're here to awaken your consciousness, don't just assume that it's all just going to be like peaches and cream, that it's all just going to be, you know, just like this completely super enjoyable time. It will be enjoyable from that higher level, but understand that as you awaken your consciousness, you're saying to the universe, I'm ready for those next challenges. And the universe will be like, that's what I want to hear. Here you go. And then it will give you those challenges. And then what they are, that will be for you to see. That will be for you to decide. And how you navigate them, that will be your lesson. That will be your growth. And whatever comes your way, you have the ability to handle it. You have the ability to navigate it with the wisdom of your heart. There is nothing the universe gives us, and this is the good news, there is nothing the universe gives us that we can't handle. And so as a student, look for those lessons. Use the cosmic order, use the cosmic awareness of what the Wheel of Fortune represents to understand that you are incredibly powerful, and whatever is coming your way, you have the ability to handle it. And through that cosmic higher perception that everything is here to serve you, that it is not just the universe picking on you, but it is actually helping you, that in itself is going to help you move through things with more grace, with more ease in a relative concept, and also stepping continuously further into your embodiment, into your courage, into your bravery, into deeper parts of compassion within your own heart. And again, that ripples out. Through you doing that, you change yourself, you change the cosmos, you change those around you, you change community. Collectively, we change the world. So what happens when more and more of us align with what the Wheel of Fortune represents, step into our destiny, and continue to change the world? That's the story that we are living together. That is what Paradigm Shift is all about. So building that team, kicking butt, global cosmic badasses, light guardians here, stepping into our own empowerment, carrying that guardianship as we move forward on this path of destiny that we are creating for ourselves, that we are co-creating together. So there you go, guys. Wheel of Fortune, good card. I'm glad you guys chose that card, universe, on behalf of the universe. So let's take a moment here just to meditate. And before we sink into our meditation, I just gotta, of course, give our regular shout out to all our Team Patreon supporters and reminding you guys that if you haven't yet, check out more at ParadigmShiftCentral.com. Again, check out the past broadcast that we did with the Team Building Roundtable. Listen to that to stay in sync with the full story. And through there, there's lots of other videos, lots of other things that you can do to get involved, submitting your quest journals. Tune in for the news this Wednesday for more features within the community. And the Patreon is the way how you can support the community with monthly micro donations. So huge thank you to the Team Patreon supporters. And of course, when you support through Patreon, you also get a very exclusive Light Guardian Crystal exclusive to the Team Patreon supporters. And of course, you get your Shifter Booster Kit, which comes with your shift buttons, which have the Paradigm Shift Central website on the side. And these are epic tools to be able to use to help plant seeds, to help evoke synchronicity, to be able to help connect people with the global paradigm shift community where you are. And of course, comes with shift buttons, comes with your laminated free hug sign that will withstand the apocalypse, and some other little trinkets and goodies in there as well. And the Light Guardian Crystal also comes with 2 LEDs, one that will be a solid color and one that will be a color that changes colors. So very cool stuff. And again, thank you so much. The monthly asking micro donation is only $3 to $5, and let's keep working that until we get to our next team milestone of over 900. And again, if you have any questions, just let me know. Patreon.com/Brendan Culleton. Links are in for the info for this video. And yeah, much love to you guys. You guys are awesome. You guys make this possible. This is a team effort. Good job, everyone. All right, let's go into our little micro meditation and we shall wrap this up. So just inviting you guys to get nice and comfortable and just take a moment here to integrate the awareness of what it is that we just talked about with this Wheel of Fortune, with this awareness of the cosmos. So just closing your eyes, relaxing your shoulders, straightening up your spine. And right here, we're just connecting with the breath, the shared breath. So gentle inhales through the nose. Gentle exhales through the nose and the mouth. And gentle inhales through the nose. Gentle exhales through the nose and the mouth. So you continue to breathe, finding the rhythm of your own breath. Allowing yourself to connect with that inner guidance. Allowing yourself to listen more closely to that inner voice. That inner voice that is very much a reflection of our higher self. That is very much a channel in which we can receive that cosmic guidance. Inviting ourselves to be able to become more aware of the wisdom that is already inside of us. And in doing so, to develop more confidence, more courage, more bravery, more compassion in moving forward, in manifesting our dreams for ourselves and for others. So I just invite you to repeat a little bit of a mantra in this moment. So I'll just say some things and I invite you to say them out loud as your own invocation. And then we'll gently wrap up this meditation and the adventure continues from there. So again, gentle inhale, deep inhale together. Exhale. Just continue to breathe and repeat after me as much as you choose. I am aware. I am strong. I am courageous. I am willing. I am conscious. I am compassionate. I am evolving. I am learning. I am a student. I am a teacher. I am the cosmos awakening to itself. I am the dream awakening to itself. I am remembering all of who I am. I am becoming all of who I have come here to be. I am presence. I am breath. I am love. And I am aware. Let's connect with the breath here. Continue to breathe. And so, as we flow upon this conscious sea of riding through this cosmic dream, of surfing the waves of all that we can be, of understanding the joy of this great mystery, we step forward with courage so that we may serve the team, so that we can continue to open eyes for all to see the connection that we share, the love that we are, the wisdom that we bring forth, that is a shared vision of the stars. So continue to move forward on this gift of this path. Continue to activate the infinite cosmic badass that you are here to become, that you already are, for all the light guardians out there, both near and forever far. From one dimension to another, we awaken within this dream, allowing others to see that they are more powerful than they may seem, so that we can bring forth the change with the vision of our heart, with the creation of our art, and with all the love that we are. Just take another couple breaths here. Just sit in this silence just for a couple more breaths. And gently maintaining awareness of your breath, moving forward again with all the insight we have gained from this shared communication between us in this moment, reminding ourselves that we are the masters of our own destiny, that we have the ability to choose, that we have the ability to use our awareness to help others as we help ourselves. And gently, as you continue to embody this in a deeper part of your heart, slowly bring your awareness back to the space around you, wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers, and gently, when you're ready, open your eyes and returning your awareness to the space around you. Beautiful. Awesome. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Good job, team. Yes. All right. Let's go out there. Let's kick some butt. Let's have an awesome week. Thank you so much for tuning into this. The universe is in the palm of your hands. Create it. And look to the stars. And what do you see, if not the opportunity to forge your own destiny? All right. Thank you again, everyone, so much. Tune in if you're, just leave some comments. Let me know you watched this. Leave some 1111s at the end of this video. Let me know that you guys were synced up. And again, tune in for more broadcasts coming to you this week and other weeks. Wednesdays, 3:30 p.m. We got Paradigm Shift Central News, and Thursdays at 9:30 p.m. Wednesday, 3:30 p.m. Thursdays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have Paradigm Shift Roundtable. Create your profile on the main Paradigm Shift Central website if you haven't yet. Support us on Patreon if you like what we do. If you're just like, yeah, this is awesome, kicking butt, building a team, putting in the work, making a difference, showing the love that what we do is valued, and thank you, because I value your presence, and it takes a team to help change the world. So until next time, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Share this video with your friends, and as always, go out there, shift the paradigms, do some free hugs, create your art, build a paradigm shift community, and as always, keep saying that, keep it shifty. And I'll see you guys in the future. Much love. Brendan out. See you guys soon.